Okay guys, so ito na yung katuloy ng video natin. So, addition rules for probability. We end up discussing about mutually exclusive events. So, we have two addition rules for probability. One for mutually exclusive events and the other is for non-mutually exclusive events. Okay, so we have here our formula for mutually exclusive events. If we have event A or B, then the probability of event A or B is equal to the probability of event A plus the probability of event B. Okay, let us have some examples. If we have here a box containing 3 glazed donuts, 4 jelly donuts, and 5 chocolate donuts. And if a person selects a donut at random, find the probability that it is either a glazed donut or a chocolate donut. Okay, so dito tayo sa ating papel at ball pen. So, iwa-widen lang natin ng konti. Okay, parang hindi konti yung pinag-widen ko. Okay. Tanggalin ko lang guys itong aking saksakan. Ay, nahulog. Nabaliktad. Oops. Okay. So, ano yung mga given natin? We are going to write our given. So, we have several events there. We have we have a box containing 3 glazed donuts. So, 3 glazed donuts. Ito yung mga given natin. Given. Okay. Parang maano masyado. Ayan, natin. Ayan. Okay, and then we have 4 jelly. And we have 5 chocolate donut. Ayan, gutom na tuloy ako. Okay, so the question is, find the probability that is either. So, that is either a glaze or a chocolate donut kapag pumili daw yung isang tao at random. Okay, the first thing that we are going to do is to find the probability of selecting each of this kind of donuts. Okay, so ito yung ating number of donuts. Okay. Ito pala yung type. Okay, we have glaze, jelly, and chocolate. So, we have 3, 4, and 5. Okay. And then, we have the probability of event. So, kapag jelly yung pinili, kunin muna natin yung total nito. So, 3, yung ating nasa sample space, ito na yung sample space natin, is equal to 12, isn't it? Okay, so 3 plus 4 plus 5. So, we have the probability of getting a glazed donut is 3 over 12 or 1/4. Okay, and then sa jelly naman natin ay 4 over 12 or 3/4. And then sa chocolate ay 5 over 12 or 5 over 12. Tingnan nga natin kung this is equal to 1. So 3 plus 4 is 7 plus 5 is 12 over 12. Or that is equal to 1. Yan. Okay, so using the addition rules for probability, kasi or yung ano natin. Okay, our problem is if a person selects a donut at random, find the probability that it is either glaze or chocolate yung makukuha niya. So we have here the probability of either glaze or choco. Okay, so sabi the probability of glaze plus the probability of choco. So, we have here the probability of glaze is 3 over 12. Okay. Plus the probability of choco is 5 over 12. That is equal to 8 over 12. Or, that is equal to 2 over 3. Okay, so the probability na ang pipiliin ay maaaring glaze or maaaring chocolate ay 2 over 3. Okay? And then, problem number 2 or example number 2 says, a single card is drawn at random from an ordinary deck of cards. Find the probability that it is a 10 or a face. Okay, so we have two events again. It is a 10 or a face. So the probability of getting a 10 and the probability of getting a face. So ilan ba ang 10 doon sa deck of cards natin? We have 10 of hearts, 10 of diamonds, 10 of clubs, and 10 of spades. So we have 4. So that will be 4 over 52. And ilan ba ang face doon sa ating cards? We have 3 faces of, or di ba, meron tayong kings na 4, queens na 4, at saka jack na 4. Okay, yung alas baba mo may face, wala?
Alas?
Oo.
Wala.
Okay, so yan lang. So 4 na king, 4 na queen, 4 na jack. So we have 12 over 52. Yung ating probability kapag face. And they are mutually exclusive kasi wala namang 10 na may face o kaya wala namang face na 10. Therefore, we are going to use the probability of 10 plus the probability of face, which is equal to 4 over 52 plus 12 over 52. Okay lang guys kapag hindi nyo pa siya i-reduce para mas madali nyo siyang i-compute. And then i-reduce nyo na lang siya kapag nakuha nyo na yung sum. Okay? So that will be 16 over 52. So, reduce natin siya by 4. So, that will be 4 over 13. Okay? So, I hope that is clear. And then, we have our third example. It says here, at a political rally. So, nandun ito sa may mga... Oops, sorry about that. Nasa module ninyo ito. Okay? Under the addition rules of probability. So, you may look at it. Or you may search for it habang pwede yung i-pause tapos you look for these problems. Okay? At the political rally, there are 20 Republicans. So, isusulat natin yung 20 na Republicans. Let me write it this way. So, Republicans daw ay 20. And then, we have 13 Democrats. Democrats ay 13, and then we have 6 independents. Ay 6. Okay, so if a person is selected at random, find the probability that he is either a Democrat or an independent. So tignan muna natin, ito yung frequency natin, ito yung probability ng event natin. Okay, the probability of getting a Republican, we can write that as the probability of Republican or R, the probability of Democrats or the probability of D, and the probability of I stands for independence. Okay, so the probability of our E is 20. I-plus muna natin ito para makuha natin yung total. So that will be equal to 49, isn't it? 39 rather. So we have 39 persons in that political rally. If we're going to select daw one of these persons at a random, so ilan daw ang probability na it is either a Democrat or an independent. Okay? So, kukunin muna natin yung mga probability ng bawat isa para sa ganun, mas madali natin makuha yung sum niya. So, this will be 20 over 39. This will be 13 over 39. And this will be 6 over 39. Tulad na sinasabi ko, kahit hindi nyo muna siya i-reduce para sa ganun mas madali kayong mag-add. And so, ang sinasabi ng problem natin ay yung probability daw ng either a Democrat or an independent. Ayan. So, the probability of Democrat plus the probability of independent. So, we have there, for our Democrat, we have 20 over 39 plus 6 over 39. Ganun lang naman kadali. So, we have 26 over 39. Ayan. So, can we reduce this? I think, yes, by 13. So, 26 divided by 13 is 2 over 39 divided by 13 is 3. So, we have 2 over 3 probability of selecting at a random either a Democrat or an independent. Okay? So, if you have any question about this, you may always comment down. Okay? And then, eto na. Let us proceed to our next slide. May kailang slide pa lang natin ito, guys. Okay. Quiz will be on Friday na lang because ituloy-tuloy ko na yung lesson natin ngayon. No? Igagawan ko rin siya ng video para mas ano na. Okay, although you can have an advanced reading on your lesson this week. Okay, so this is the formula for addition rule for probability. If we have two events which are not mutually exclusive. Ayan. So, kung hindi sila mutually exclusive. So, we have here the probability of A or B equals the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A and B. Ang ibig sabihin kasi ng A and B, pareho yung event A natin at saka yung parehong outcome doon sa event A natin at saka doon sa event B natin. Yung parehong outcome. Isusubtract natin siya. Okay, so let us have our first example. It says there, a single card is drawn, is yan, at random from an ordinary deck of cards. Find the probability that it is either an ace or a black card. Okay, so ace or black. So we have the probability of getting an ace and the probability of getting a black card. Okay, so ayan, dito ulit tayo sa paper and ball pen. Ayan. So, ilan ba yung ace natin? Ulit sa deck of cards, we have 4. We have 1 for hearts, 1 for diamonds, 1 for ace, spade, and 1 for clubs. Okay, so we have 4 over 52. How about blacks? Ilan ang blacks natin? Di ba meron tayong dalawang sets of blacks? Yung spade at saka yung club. Black ba yung club? Okay, so yung black yung club. So, ilan ang laman nun? Ilan ang laman nung sets na yun? 13. 1, 2, 10, and then meron tayong jack, queen, and jack, king, and queen. Jack, queen, king. Ayan. Ganon din sa spade. Jack, king, queen din. So, 13. So, 13 plus 13 is 26 over 52. Ayan yung ating mga probabilities. Okay, but then, doon sa ace natin na 4, meron tayong ace dyan na dalawang black. Okay, yung ace natin, ano itong mga ito? Yung ace natin ng ace of spade at saka ace of club. Ayan. So, yan yung dalawang black natin. Ibig sabihin, ito yung end natin. Okay, ito yung mga end natin. So, this will become the probability of ace or black is equal to the probability of ace plus the probability of black minus the probability of ace and black. Ayan. So, yung probability ng ace and black natin, isulat natin dito, the probability of ace and, wag na nga dyan, at hindi makita, dito na lang sa may taas. The probability of ace and black natin ay dalawa, diba? Dalawa. So, spade at saka club. So, 2 over 52. Ayan. So, meron na tayong probability ng ace, probability ng black, at saka yung probability ng A and B natin, which is 2 over 52. Paano nakuha yung 2 over 52? Kasi yung dalawang ace natin ay black din. Okay? So, ang ibig sabihin ng and ay at the same time. So, yung ace of spade ay ace siya, at the same time, black din siya. Okay, so sana naintindihan ninyo yon. Ganon din yung ace of club. Ace siya at black din siya. Ayan, okay? So, substituting now these probabilities to our formula, we have 4 over 52 plus 26 over 52 minus 2 over 52. So, ang ibig sabihin ng mutually exclusive ay may not mutually exclusive brother, ay may magkatulad na outcome doon sa dalawang magkahiwalay na events. Okay? So, we have 4 plus 26 is 30 minus 2 is 28 over 52. So, we can reduce this by 4. So, 28 divided by 4 is 7. Over 52 divided by 4 is 13. So, the probability of getting an ace or a black is 17 over 23. Okay, so I hope that is clear. Okay, for our next example, and this is our last example for addition rules of probability, and then we will proceed to the next slide. So, if we have here a problem like in a hospital unit where there are 8 nurses and 5 physicians, 7 nurses and 3 physicians are female, meaning all the others are male. Now, if a staff person is selected, find the probability that the subject is a nurse or a male. Okay, so let us put that into table for us to be able to analyze it better. Okay, so if we have here, oops, sorry guys. Okay, so if we have here the ayan. Oops, nasobrahan ko yata ang pag-widen. Sige. If we have here the nurses, number of nurses, and then number of physician or doctors, and then we have here male and female. Dapat pala yung female ang inuna ko So, number of nurses na ano daw, 7 nurses na female. Okay, ayun sabi niya in a hospital unit where, sige, lagay natin yung total muna. And then total din dito. Okay? So, there are 8 nurses. So, ang total ng nurses natin ay 8. And then, ang total ng physicians daw natin ay 5. Okay, so there are a total of 13 staffs. And then, ang sabi pa dito, 7 nurses and 3 physicians are female. So, 7 daw dito and then 3 dito. Ibig sabihin, kapag 7 na yan, 7 out of 8, then yung male ay 1. And then, yung female natin dito ay 3. So, ang male natin ay 2. So, we have here a total of 3 and a total of 10. Ayan. Okay, so this is our table from the problem. So, ang sabi, find the probability that the subject or the person being selected is a nurse or a male. So, the probability of a nurse or a male. Ayan ang ating hahanapin. Okay? So, we need the probability for nurse and then the probability for male. And since they are not mutually exclusive events, kasi may male na nurse, di ba? May male na nurse. So, kailangan din natin yung probability ng nurse and male. Ayan. Okay, so tignan natin yung probability ng nurse. So, yung nurse natin ay 8 over 13, isn't it? So, the probability for nurse ay 8 over 13. And then, the probability of male ay 3 over 13. Ayan, total. So, ibig sabihin, kapag yung probability ng mga events natin, dun kayo sa total nila mag-rely. Okay, ayan, total. So, nurses natin ang total ay 8, and then total ng staff natin ay 13. Okay, and then yung male naman natin, ang total ay 3, Okay, 3/13. And then, dito naman, kapag N and nurse and male, ito na yung kukunin ninyo. Okay, yan na. So, that is 1/13. Okay, so I hope that is clear. And so, we may proceed to our equation. We have P, N or M, nurse or male, equals the probability of being a nurse plus the probability of being a male minus the probability of nurse and male. Ayan. So, ayun na siya. 8/13 plus 3/13 minus 1/13, which is equal to 8 plus 3 is 11 minus 1 equals 10/13. Okay, so that is the probability that the person being selected is a nurse or a male. Okay, I hope that is clear. If you are confused, just go over the video again. Okay, now let's proceed to this slide. Dito nyo makikita yung ayaw niyang lumaki. Bakit ayaw mo nang lumaki? Ayan. Okay, so ito yung Venn diagram na nagpapakita ng relationship or pagkakaiba ng mutually exclusive event at saka not mutually exclusive events. Okay, so kapag mutually exclusive events, wala silang parehong outcome. Pero kapag not mutually exclusive, meron silang parehong outcome. At ito yon. Okay, halimbawa, kapag halimbawa yung ano kanina, yung event diagram natin ito, yung nurse at saka yung male. Okay? Sige na. Gusto mo nang mag-widen. Ayan. Kapag event diagram natin yung male, kasi not mutually exclusive siya. So, ito yung nurse. Ito yung, wala na siyang tinta. Nagpaalam na siya. Okay, gagamitin ko yung isang blue natin. Nasaan yung blue natin na isa? Okay. Akala niya wala akong reserba, Ayan. Okay, so, ayan. Ito yung ating male. Ayan. So, yung nurses natin, ilan yung nurses natin lahat? There are 8 nurses. Pero ang female ay 8. Okay? At ang male ay isa. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin yan na meron silang isang pagkakaparehasan. Ayan. Okay, so isang male ay nurse at saka at the same time, or isang staff ay nurse at the same time ay male. Ayan. Okay, so let us proceed. So we are done with addition. Let us proceed to multiplication. Oops, ayaw niya kasi ayun pala. Ayan. So, the multiplication rules for probability can be used to find the probability of 2 or more. Sorry guys, antok na si ma'am kagabi. 2 or more events that occur in sequence. Ayan. So, sequence ang pinag-uusapan natin dito. Okay? So, let us have the applications of multiplication rules for independent events. So, kapag multiplication, ang sinasabi ay syempre, magmumultiply. Okay? So, ngayon naman, meron tayong tinatawag na independent events at saka dependent events sa multiplication. Kung sa addition ay mutually at saka not mutually, dito naman sa multiplication ay independent at saka dependent events. Okay? So, as we go on, we will be discussing about independent and dependent. So, we have here, and naman siya. Okay? So, ang ibig sabihin naman ng and dito sa multiplication ay times. Okay? So, this is our examples. Tossing a coin and rolling a die. Ibig sabihin dito, yung ine-end natin dito ay yung events. Okay? So, tossing a coin and rolling a die. Kanina, or. Okay? Huwag kayo malilito ha. Kanina, or na may end. Ngayon naman, and. Pero yung or natin kanina, nasa outcome yung or natin. Dito kasi ang ini-end natin yung event. Okay, event. Ibig sabihin, dalawang events. Okay? Dalawang events. Yun kanina, outcome yung ini-end natin or ino-or natin. Ngayon naman, events. So, I hope you are not confused with that. So, we have here, tossing a coin and rolling a die, then finding the probability of getting ahead on the coin and 4 on the die. So, nakita niyo yung pagkakaiba? Kanina, dalawa nga yung event natin, pero, paano ko ba i-explain? Basta ganon. Okay? Tossing ako. Ngayon naman, dalawang magkaibang events. Okay? Magkaiba yung events natin. Kanina, parang related yung events natin. Diba? Related yung events natin. Kapag tossing a die, kanina tossing a die lang. Kapag selecting a person lang. Kapag selecting from a deck of cards, selecting from a deck of cards lang. So, doon makikita natin yung mutually at saka not mutually exclusive events. Dito kasi, magkaiba yung events. Okay, so tossing a coin and rolling a die. Okay, although makikita nyo mamaya, meron din tayong paano ko ba i-explain? Sige, ulitan natin. Erase, learn and unlearn. Basta end. Yung isa kanina ay or. Okay, kapag addition, or. Okay? Kapag or yung nakalagay doon, ibig sabihin addition. Ayan, the probability, find the probability that the subject is a nurse or. So, kapag or yung nandyan, addition siya. Pero kapag and yung nandyan, nasa na siya? Kapag and yung nandyan, multiplication siya. O, ganun na lang. Kapag or, addition. Kapag and, multiplication. Okay? So, I hope that is clear. So, tossing a coin and rolling a die, then finding the probability of getting ahead on the coin and 4 on the die. So, these two events are said to be independent since the outcome of the first event does not affect the probability outcome of the second event. So, yung outcome dun sa tossing a coin cannot affect yung outcome doon sa rolling a die. Okay? So, yung tossing a coin, hindi niya maapektuhan yung rolling a die. Okay? So, gagawa tayo ng 3 diagram yan. Para makita natin yung mga possible na outcome. Okay? So, 3 diagram tayo. Ang unang gagawin daw natin ay magtotos ng coin or mag-flip ng coin. Flip or tossing a coin and then rolling a die. Ayan. So, ito yung coin. Ito yung rolling a die. Okay. So, we have here the reference or the starting point. So, kapag nag-toss ka ng coin, ang magiging outcome ay either head or tail. Ayan. And then, halimbawa, yung sa coin mo, head ang lumabas. Kapag ni-roll mo yung die, kapag head yan, hindi niya maapektuhan yung outcome ng die. Okay? So, maaring ito ay 1, maaring ito ay 2, maaring ito ay 3, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6. Ayan. And then, ganun din sa tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So, ito na yung mga outcomes natin. possible outcomes. So we have head and 1, head and 2, head and 3, head and 4, head and 5, head and 6. Then we have tail and 1, tail and 2, tail and 3, tail and 4, tail and 5, and tail and 6. Ayan. So, ito yung mga possible outcomes natin. Ngayon, ang sabi, ang hinahanap natin, ano daw yung probability na ang lalabas ay head, probability ng head, at saka probability ng 4. Ayan. Okay? So, head and 4. So, yung head and 4 natin nandun, oh. Okay? Head and 4 natin. Ibig sabihin, ang probability kapag gamit natin yung tree diagram, makikita na natin na ang probability ay 1 over, ilan lahat yan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So, that is 1 over 12. Okay? But then, hindi naman sa lahat ng panahon, meron kang time mag-tree diagram, lalo na kapag exam. Okay? Doon papasok yung ating formula. Ano yung formula natin? The probability of getting ahead and 4 is equal to the probability of getting ahead times the probability of getting a 4. Ayan. So, ano yung probability of getting ahead natin? This is 1/2 and this is also 1/2, isn't it? So, 1/2. Okay? And then, how about yung 4? That is 1 over 6. This is 1 over 6. This is 1 over 6. 1 over 6. 1 over 6 and 1 over 6. So, that is 1 over 6. Okay, 1 over 6. And then, sabi we are going to multiply. So, we are going to apply that. So, head and 4. So, yes. So, P of H times the probability of getting a 4. So, we have 1/2 times 1 over 6, which is equal to 1 over 12. Okay? So, I hope that is clear. Let us have our second example. Our second example says, okay, so our second example says, drawing a card from a deck and getting a queen, replacing it, ibig sabihin, ibabalik mo yung queen, and drawing a second card and getting a queen again. Okay? So, i-analyze natin yung problem natin. So, dalawang beses kang mag-draw ng cards. Okay? So, yung first event mo ay drawing a queen. And then, yung second event mo ay drawing a queen also. And then, ibabalik kasi. Ibig sabihin, replacement is permitted. Ibig sabihin nun, kapag replacement is permitted, independent events siya. Okay? So, replacement is kapag replacement is permitted, then independent event siya. Ayan. So, we have, kapag sinabi natin queen, 4 yung queen natin sa deck. So, 4 over 52. And then, ibabalik mo rin yung queen na nabunot mo. So, 4 pa rin yung nandun. Diba? So, 4 over 52 ulit. So, we have the probability of getting a queen and another queen. So, that is equal to 4 over 52 times 4 times over 4 times 52 equals 16 over 52 times 52 is 2,704. Then reduce by 16, that will be equal to 1 over 169. Ayan. So, this is the probability of getting a queen on the first draw and another queen on the second draw. Okay? Next. Our third example says, an urn contains 3 balls. So, sulat natin yan. 3 red balls. 3 red balls. Dali, red ay 3. So, this is for color. And then, 2 na blue. And then 5 na white. Okay, a ball is selected and its color is noted. Then it is replaced. Ibig sabihin kapag nabunot yung isang ball, ibabalik din ulit. Okay, ibig sabihin yan, it is an independent event from the first event. Okay, so ilan beses tayo magbubunot? So sabi niya dito, a ball is selected, so that is 1. Then it is replaced, binalik, and a second ball. Okay, and then binalik ulit. And it says here, selecting 2 balls. Dalawang blue, and then isang blue, and then isang white, and then isang red, and isang blue. Ayan. So, dito na tayo. Naisulat ko na yung info natin. Okay. Okay. So, ito na yung info natin. Tatlong red, dalawang blue, at saka 5 white. So, kukunin natin ang total niya. So, this is our frequency. So, 3, and then we have 10 balls. So, the probability of each event, kapag sa red ay 3/10, and then sa blue ay 2/10, and then sa white ay 5/10. Okay? And so, yung first daw natin ay the probability of getting 2 balls. So, B and B. Ayan. So, that will become the probability of B times the probability of B ulit. Kasi nga, binalik naman. Kahit blue yung makukuha, hindi maapektuhan yung second draw. Kasi, blue kumpleto pa rin naman yung blue doon. The probability of getting blue ball on the first is 3/10. At dahil binalik mo, kahit blue yung nakuha mo ay 3/10 pa rin. Okay, so that will become, yes, 9/100. Okay? So, the next problem says, or the next example says, selecting 1 blue ball and blue pala yun. So, 3 ay 2. Blue ay 2. Okay, that is 4/100, or that is 1/25. Ayan. Okay, and then number 2, 1 blue ball. So, that is the probability of blue, and 1 white. Ayan. So, that we have the probability of B times the probability of white. Okay, the probability of B is 2/10 plus the probability of white is 5/10. So that is 7/, times pala, sorry guys, that is 10/100 or 1/10. Ayan. Okay, and then we have number 3, the probability of getting a red ball. So, the probability of getting a red and the probability of getting 1 blue. So, the probability of red times the probability of blue. So, the red is 3/10 times the blue is 2/10, which is equal to 6/100 or 3/50. Ayan. Okay? So, I hope that is clear. So, that is if our events are independent. Ibig sabihin, hindi makakaapekto yung probability nung una doon sa pangalawa. Okay? And let us proceed. Ito naman kapag dependent. Ayan, kapag dependent naman yung ating mga events. Anong ibig sabihin ng dependent? Kapag makakaapekto yung unang event natin doon sa pangalawang event natin. Okay? So, sana hindi kayo malilito between mutually and not mutually, and independent and dependent. Doon sa mutual, kapag may pareho silang parehong outcome. Dito naman, kapag nakaka-apekto yung unang event doon sa pangalawang event. Katulad nito, okay, at Nela College, 27 students were baptized as new members of the Seventh-day Adventist Church in 2006, 22 in 2007, and 19 in 2008. If a researcher wishes to select at random to baptize members to participate in the church service during its foundation day, what is the probability that both were baptized in 2008? Okay, so magseselect siya ng dalawang tao mula sa mga nabaptize from 2006 to 2008. Ano daw yung probability na yung dalawang makukuha niyang tao ay nabaptize noong 2008? Hindi naman pwedeng kukunin niya yung isa mula sa 2008 and then ibabalik niya tapos magseselect siya ulit. Kung yung pareho ring tao ang makukuha niya, iisang tao na lang nakuha niya. Ibig sabihin, these are dependent events. Okay? These are dependent events. Yung first selection niya ay makaka-apekto doon sa second selection niya. Okay? Kasi, mababawasan na yung pangalawang selection ng isa kasi both ay manggagaling sa 2008. So, let us explain that using our paper and ball pen. Okay? Ayan, naka 42 minutes na naman tayo, 41 minutes na naman tayo, hindi pa tayo tapos. Okay, mahaba-haba pala ito. Okay, so we have to write first yung ating mga data. So we have in 2006, ilan ang nabaptize daw? 27. Okay, in 2007, okay, ang nabaptize ay 22, and then in 2008 ay 19. Okay, example lang ito ha, hindi ito actual data or hindi ito real data. So, the probability of each event, ilan yung frequency natin. This is our frequency. So, to get the probability, you're going to divide the possible outcome in a probability event divided by the total, okay, of the frequency. So 27 plus 22 plus 19, that is equal to 68. So this will be 27 over 68. Then we have here 22 over 68 and 19 over 68. Okay, a total of 68 over 68 or equals 1. Now, ang sabi, kapag magse-select daw ng dalawa. So, we have here a first selection ay manggagaling sa 2008. So, the probability of getting the first selection. So, ito yung first selection natin. Oh, sorry. First selection ay manggagaling sa first selection ay manggagaling sa 2008. So, that will be 19 over 68. Okay? And then, yung second selection niya ay galing din dapat sa 2008. Nakuha niya na yung isang tao. Okay? Nakuha niya na yung isang tao. Ibig sabihin, mababawasan yung N of E natin, yung number of possible outcomes sa event natin. Magiging 18 siya. Mababawasan din yung outcome natin dun sa sample space natin kasi nabawasan ng isa. Okay, that is magiging 67. Okay, so yung ating formula ay P of 2008 equal times or P of 2 persons selected. Okay, in 2008 yan. So, the probability of 2008 times the probability of 2008 then given the first outcome. Ayan. Okay, so that will be equal to the probability of our E, which is equal to 19 over 68 times 18 over 67. Okay? So that will be equal to 19 times 18 equals 342 over 68 times 67 is 4,556. Ayan. So, try natin siyang i-reduce by 4. Divided by 4. Ay. 342 divided by 4. Pwede ba? Hindi pwede. How about 6? 342 divided by 6. Ayan. By 6. 57 over 4556 divided by 6. Pwede ba? Ay, hindi rin pwede. Okay, by 2 lang siya. Okay, so kapag by 8, 342 divided by 8, hindi rin pwede. So by 2, so 342 divided by 2 is 171 over 4556 divided by 2 is 2,278. So this is the probability that the 2 persons selected will be coming from the individuals who were baptized in 2008. So ganun ang mangyayari kapag ang events natin ay dependent events. Okay? Kapag yung first na outcome ay makaka-apekto dun sa second outcome kasi walang replacement. O, kapag sinelect mo yung isang tao mula na sa 2008, hindi mo na siya pwedeng ibalik para ma-select ulit. Di ba? Kasi dalawa nga ang kailangan mo. Okay? So, ganun ang pag-identify ng dependent events. So, wala siyang replacement. Or hindi siya pwedeng ibalik. Or nakaka-apekto yung first na outcome doon sa second outcome. Okay? Halimbawa ulit, 3 cards are drawn. Ayun. 3 cards are drawn from an ordinary deck and not replaced. So, hindi siya ibabalik. So, find the probability of getting 3 jacks. Okay? So, 3 jacks daw ang kailangan natin. So, the probability of getting 3 jacks. So, tatlo yung selection natin this time. Tatlo yung events natin. First event, getting a 1 jack. And then second event, another jack. And third, and then, ayun, tatlong jacks. Okay? So, tignan natin. So,